Hiscox Insurance is a name you'll often see pop up if you Google some forms of business insurance online. In this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the pros and cons of using Hiscox for your business insurance. Hi, I'm Gordon Coyle. Welcome to my channel where we talk about the risk and insurance issues on the minds of business owners. My goal is to educate and inform business leaders so you can make better decisions around risk. Before we start this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. Thanks. All right, so let's start with asking, who is Hiscox? Hiscox is a well-established insurance company that was founded in London in 1901 and does business in 14 countries around the globe. They are a well-known player in the small business market as well as in the specialty insurance marketplace, writing a lot of professional and management lines of insurance. In fact, we broker Hiscox policies all the time in the management and professional liability segments of the business. They've got an A+ rating from AM Best, so they're a very strong underwriter financially. In the small business market, they have an online humanless portal where business owners can go on and get quotes pretty quickly depending on the type of business operations, the location, and the policy type. In my opinion, the pros of Hiscox are going to be on the E&O, D&O, and some cyber policies where a broker is involved so that the buyer is guided on customizing the policy they're looking at. Hiscox often is a competitively priced insurer in these segments where we use them, and their policy forms are generally very good. Where I see not such great results or cons from working with Hiscox is when a buyer goes online and does it themselves. I'm not sure where the breakdown occurs, but in many instances when we've reviewed Hiscox policies that a client bought directly online, it's usually a mess. There's incorrect coverages that are purchased, limits of liability are low, the scope of coverage is limited, and in some cases, the policy that the person purchased is entirely inappropriate for the business that did purchase it. What I've seen happen is that the business owner goes online and doesn't correctly classify their own business operations. They guess at the closest classification that they think will work, and they proceed on with the quote. In one recent situation, the buyer was purchasing an E&O policy and they selected a class from a drop-down menu, which was somewhat close to the professional services they offered to their clients, and proceeded with the quote process. The resulting premium was super competitive and the client hit the buy button. Unfortunately, the description of covered services the buyer selected wasn't accurate, and when the policy was issued, it contained exclusions for what the insured's operations actually did. So they got a really cheap policy, but it didn't cover the operations of the business. Fortunately, they've never had a claim, but if they did, it wouldn't have been covered. So whose fault is that? Well, rather than trying to place blame, I'd rather say that this is the problem with buying insurance online without human intervention. The average business owner doesn't understand the complexities of business insurance, and this leads to real problems. The bottom line is that fast and easy quoting with a lot of humanless interaction platforms online yields unpredictable results. Compounding this is the fact that most insurance policies are never read by their buyers because they're complex and they're a bit overwhelming. Unfortunately, it's the details in that policy that will govern coverage when a claim happens. And if an activity of the insured is excluded, or there was a misunderstanding in the rating of the policy, or a misclassification that limits or precludes coverage, then a claim will not be covered. It's sort of a buyer beware scenario, and if you look online at legit review sites, you'll see a lot of complaints about uncovered claims with Hiscox, and I suspect much of these complaints could have been avoided if an agent or broker was involved in the transaction. Here's the bottom line. Hiscox is a good company. How you get a policy from them may be the key to avoiding problems. I may sound self-serving as an independent insurance broker, but if you're a business owner and you need to buy business insurance, don't go it alone and buy online from anyone. Your business is or will be your most valuable personal asset, and it deserves the right protection. Don't risk not being covered because you think buying online is easy, fast, and cheap. In most cases, using a qualified broker like the Coyle Group doesn't cost more. Well, I hope that review is helpful. If you're ready to purchase business insurance the right way, I'd love to hear from you. In the description box below is a link to our contact page. Fill that out, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Thanks for watching.